Welcome to the incredible world of the Amazon, home to a diverse range of aquatic and rainforest animals. Get ready to encounter the fearsome piranhas, known for their sharp teeth and ferocious feeding frenzies. Witness the breathtaking beauty of the macaws, with their vibrant feathers and melodious calls echoing through the rainforest. Come face to face with the mighty anacondas, the largest snakes in the world, as they navigate their way through the Amazon's waterways. Meet plenty of other aquatic and rainforest creatures from the Amazon. Ready to dive deeper into the wonders of the Amazon? Join Aqua Alex right now from the Amazon. Life in Amazon goes live in.
Hello and welcome to Life in the Amazon. I'm your host, Aqua Alex Cardinale. Once again, we travel to South America and the Amazon River to learn about another species of fish. Today, we're going to learn about a whole genus of fish, one of my favorite cichlids from South America. And they have a unique body shape that sets them apart from other cichlids all across the world. Today, we're going to talk about the Crenicichla Pike Cichlids, a beautiful South American predatory cichlid. Crenicichla Pike Cichlids are fishivorous, meaning they feed on small fish, and they also feed on crustaceans and insects. Pike cichlids are extremely popular in the aquarium hobby, and there are over 90 species of Crenicichla living in South America, and many of those 90 species are very popular in the aquarium hobby. There are some pike cichlids that only grow a couple of inches, but then there are some that can get up to 2 feet and sometimes even larger. So there definitely is a pike cichlid for everyone out there. And the pike cichlids are definitely one of my favorite cichlids from South America. They are an amazing cichlid. Smokey the Fish Girl is in the house. Hey, Smokey, how are you? Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in, and I hope you enjoy the show. My dog Brandy is saying hello to all you guys. All right, so tonight I'm going to give you information on the Crenicichla Pike Cichlid, and then we're going to talk about some of the most popular pike cichlids in the aquarium hobby, and then we're going to show photos and videos of Crenicichla Pike Cichlids. So this is going to be a fun show. 1 second here. Sorry about that. I had to quiet down my dog. She thought she heard someone at the front door, but no one's here. All right. So if you're watching live, feel free to be part of the show. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite pike cichlids? What do you like about pike cichlids? Let me know in the comments. So let's go ahead and get this show started. I'm going to start by discussing my personal favorite pike cichlids. Now, like I said, there's over 90 species of pike cichlids, and I've only kept a couple of pike cichlids. So my first pike cichlid is one that I haven't kept yet, but I definitely have my eyes on getting in the next month or so, and that is the orange Xingu pike cichlid. The orange pike is the one that's directly above my head. It is a very beautiful pike cichlid from Venezuela and Brazil. They're one of the larger growing pike cichlids, and they're somewhat aggressive, but they're definitely worth it. They're a fun pike to keep. I watched videos of them on YouTube, and they're definitely a beautiful pike cichlid. Another favorite pike of mine that I haven't kept yet is the lenticulata pike cichlid. That pike cichlid looks like a snakehead, but it's not. It also behaves aggressively like a snakehead also. So the lenticulata pike cichlid is very nice. I almost purchased the lenticulata pike a couple of years ago, but I was told by the store owner that they're extremely aggressive and it will likely attack my arowana at the time. So I passed it against getting it, and I got another type of pike. I also like the Zebrina pike, even though I haven't kept the Zebrina pike. They're kind of expensive. They're like in the $200-300 range. So that's why I haven't kept one yet. But they're very cool. And lastly, my all-time favorite pike cichlid comes from the Rio Nene in Peru. And that's the pike that you see spinning over there on the screen. That is called a Crenicichla cincta, or the green tiger pike, or simply the cincta pike cichlid. I haven't seen them imported in the hobby for a little while. The last time I saw them was about a good 10 years or so, but they're a cool pike. They're kind of aggressive as well, but they look like a peacock bass, which is pretty cool. And finally, we have the gold flake pike cichlid as one of my favorite pike cichlids as well. All right. Right now, I'm going to talk about what I personally like about pike cichlids. I like their personalities. Each pike has their own individual personality. One can be aggressive while another one can be docile. It all boils down to the individual fish, much like humans. I also like their colors. They have interesting colors. Each pike cichlid looks completely different from one another. Very, very interesting fish, and you've got to love pike cichlids for their personality and their looks. Also, I like the way that they eat. They eat really fiercely, and they have a really big appetite. So they're a really cool predatory fish. Just keep in mind, they will eat anything that fits in their mouth. I had a Crenicichla savini that was able to devour a whole school of Bonus Aries tetras. So they can eat whatever fits in their mouth. But overall, they are a pretty amazing South American cichlid. So I figured that would be a fun way to start the show. Now let's get right into information on Crenicichla pike cichlids. Here is some info on Crenicichla pike cichlids. So Crenicichla is a genus of cichlids native to South America, commonly known as the pike cichlids. They are found in most tropical and subtropical freshwater habitats between the Andes and the Atlantic. The smallest species of Crenicichla, notably members of the Crenicichla wallacei species group, are no larger than 2.4 to 5.5 inches and are referred to as dwarf cichlids for the aquarium hobby, though their aggressive and territorial habits make them unsuitable for novice keepers. The biggest pike cichlids can grow to about 20 inches long. Most Crenicichla measure in the range of 6 to 12 inches. Like many other predatory fish, a pike cichlid has a wide mouth and an elongated body. The genus Crenicichla is native to freshwater in tropical and subtropical South America, east of the Andes, ranging from Trinidad and the Guyana Shield, including Orinoco, through the Amazon and Rio de la Plata basins, such as south as far as Rio Negro in Argentina. So they'll be found in places like Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, Uruguay, and all over South America. Although widespread as a group, the individual species are often restricted to a single river or river basin. They are found in a wide range of habitats, including rivers, streams, pools, and lakes. And some species are raphylic. What does raphylic mean? Well, raphylic means they simply live in fast-moving waters. The vast majority of pike cichlids are predatory and feed on fish, insects, and other small animals. They usually place themselves where they can stay undetected by the prey, like close to a sunken tree stem or behind a rock. This behavior, as well as the correspondingly adapted shape, which resembles that of the unrelated pikefish, gives the pike cichlids their common name. There are currently around 93 recognized species in the genus Crenicichla. With 93 accepted species, the pike cichlids, Crenicichla, are the most species-rich genus of cichlids anywhere. Closely related to the Crenicichla are the Telecichla cichlids. Their relationship is so close that the independence of Telecichla has been doubted several times. In a recent study in which 74 species of the complex could be considered, 65 Crenicichla species and all 9 Telecichla species, different methods were tested to better understand the relationships of the pike cichlids. The result is that, strictly speaking, only one species remained, namely the type species of the genus Crenicichla. Now, there was a breakthrough in 2023. Just last year, the Crenicichla genus was broken down even further. Last year, they broke apart the Crenicichla genus into several different groups. However, since I am not a scientist, and since I think it's really not important to study the different groups of Crenicichla, I will be a fish keeper who will always refer to pike cichlids as Crenicichla. Crenicichla will always be the scientific name for pike cichlids for me, because I don't believe in changing species scientific name for any reason unless it's a major reason, like it's a different fish or something. Anyway, that is some information on Crenicichla pike cichlids, a unique cichlid from South America. Now, I wanted to mention earlier in the start of the show that a lot of people consider Crenicichla pike cichlids to be related to snakeheads. That is a myth. That is 100% a myth. Pike cichlids are not related to snakeheads. Snakeheads live in a totally different area of the world, and snakeheads are not even cichlids. They're not. Snakeheads are not cichlids. Snakeheads are more related to bettas and gouramis than they are cichlids. Snakeheads are air-breathing fish, and they have lungs, and the pike cichlid simply does not. The pike cichlid is a cichlid, and the snakehead is an air-breathing fish. So snakeheads and pikes are not related. The only reason people said that snakeheads and pike cichlids were related several years ago was because they have similar appearances, especially the lenticulata pike cichlid, the marbled pike cichlid. The orange Xingu pike cichlid looks like a juvenile snakehead. I believe it's a juvenile red snakehead. So that's why people considered pikes and snakeheads to be somewhat similar. It's because they look alike. But far from looks, they are totally different fish. Different continents of the world, different species of fish, different habitats, different eating, and different eating patterns. Everything is completely different from a pike cichlid to a snakehead. All right, so that is information on pike cichlids. You know, I really love my pike cichlids. Pike cichlids that I've kept in my years in the aquarium hobby include belly crawler pike cichlids, gold flake pike cichlids. I've kept Venezuelan pike cichlids, Johanna pike cichlids, and I've experimented with belly crawlers and dwarf pike cichlids. But the pikes that I really want to keep, like I said earlier in the show, the orange Singu pike, I want to keep the Zebrina pike, I want to keep, what's the one? I would like to keep the Cincta pike again. I think the Cincta pike would be a cool fish to have in the home aquarium. Once again, I had the Cincta pike in 2012 when I had a buddy of mine who imported fish from South America. But overall, Crenicichla are one of my favorite South American cichlids. Hence why we are doing this episode of Life in the Amazon. All right. So right now we're going to talk about popular aquarium species of pike cichlids that are available in the aquarium hobby. So up first for popular aquarium species, we have what's called and what's sold in the aquarium hobby as the gold flake pike cichlid. Now, this is actually not one species. It is a group of species that are sold under this name. Now, a gold flake pike cichlid could be a Savini pike. It could be a Crenicichla leptodata pike. It could be a Crenicichla saxtilis. So there are a variety of pikes in the aquarium hobby under the name gold flake pike cichlid. So a lot of fish stores will get gold flake pikes in and just throw the label gold flake pike cichlid on them because they themselves don't know what species they are unless they know the exact origin of where the fish came, the river that they were caught in. It's really hard to predict what type of gold flake pike cichlid you have because there's so many species out there. But luckily for the aquarium hobbyist, most species of gold flake pike cichlids get to the same size or relatively around the same size. Technically speaking, the gold flake pike cichlid is not considered a dwarf pike because it reaches 8 inches in length. However, I consider them a medium dwarf pike. Because they only grow to 8-9 inches, they are perfect for a 55-gallon, a 75-gallon, and larger. Now, these guys are extremely fishivorous. I had a gold flake pike devour anything that fit in its mouth, and that included tetras, baby rainbow sharks, baby red-tailed sharks, and even convict cichlids. So they are completely fishivorous, and they will eat anything that can fit in its mouth. So be careful with keeping smaller fish with the gold flake pike cichlid. Now, you may remember, if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, last year I had a gold flake pike cichlid, but I ended up rehoming my gold flake pike cichlid to my friend Berto over at Garcia Aquatics. So that's our first popular aquarium species. And then we have this beauty, the Zebrina pike cichlid, one of my dream pike cichlids that I've always wanted to keep. The Zebrina pike, Crenicichla zebrina, originates from the South American country of Venezuela, where it is known only to live in the Venturi River and the tributaries feeding the river. The Venturi River is the largest Venezuelan tributary of the upper Orinoco River Basin, which ultimately feeds into the Amazon River Basin. Only having been discovered around 2008 and imported into the aquarium hobby a few years later, All right, sorry about that. We were having tech issues. My computer screen just went blank and it froze, so I do apologize about the few seconds of dead air. But the Zebrina pike is one of the most popular pikes in the aquarium hobby, but it's extremely expensive. It is an extremely expensive pike cichlid. Now, with its vibrant red-orange coloration and distinctive vertical yellow barring, it is hard to confuse the Zebrina pike for any other species. It is also among the most peaceful of the large pike cichlids, as Zebrina pikes are generally peaceful with any fish that they do not see as food. They adapt easily to aquarium life and can be kept with other large cichlid species, or even in community aquariums that have large enough fish species that won't be consumed as food. So good tank mates for the Zebrina pike would probably include silver arowanas, black arowanas, Jardini arowanas, Oscars, peacock bass, datnoids, stingrays, etc. In the future, I will probably get a Zebrina pike, or maybe for my 10-year YouTube anniversary, because I do plan on getting one of my dreamfish for my 10-year YouTube anniversary. But for my 10-year YouTube anniversary, I might get this pike too. And this bad boy is the orange pike cichlid. I believe the orange pike cichlid is found only in Venezuela, Brazil, and Colombia. It is known as Xingu Variant 1. And it is the most beautiful of the Xingu variant. These guys can get up to 18 inches in length, and they're very, very cool. Now, they don't keep this bright orange coloration for life. As they mature, they get a gray base, but they do keep an orange belly. So they do keep an orange coloration, but they get gray base with an orange belly and orange fins. So they do stay somewhat beautiful as they mature into adulthood. They start off as peaceful, docile juveniles, but they can turn aggressive. Again, it all depends on the individual fish's personality. Some fish are different. Tank mates for them are the same with Zebrinas and the same with other large growing pike cichlids. And then we have the belly crawler pike cichlid. As the name suggests, belly crawler pike cichlids swim in the aquarium by swimming on their belly. They like to swim on substrate like that. They scoot along the substrate. They're a pretty cool cichlid. They're a pretty cool pike. They stay a little bit smaller than most pikes. The belly crawler pike cichlid is a type of dwarf pike cichlid. Max size for a belly crawler pike cichlid is probably around 6.5, 7 inches. The males will get orange spots on their bellies, and they'll be an incredibly beautiful pike. Belly crawler pike cichlids often come into stores like Pet Supermarket. Sometimes Pet Supplies Plus will get them. Sometimes PetSmart can get them, and even Petco can order them. They are often sold at those pet stores as the common pike cichlid, and you may see a belly crawler pike sold at a local fish store as a common pike cichlid. So if you ever see a pike cichlid labeled as common pike, it is a belly crawler, and it'll grow to 6.5, 7 inches. And finally, the last popular aquarium species for pike cichlid is the dwarf pike cichlids. And there are many different types of dwarf pikes out there. Now, courtesy of Tropical Fish Hobbyist magazine, here is some information on the dwarf pike cichlid. They are small, personable, and beautiful. Dwarf Crenicichla species are perfect for the aquarist who wants the excitement of keeping pike cichlids, but in a smaller space. With over 100 species and still growing, the genus Crenicichla was divided into various groups. Dwarf Crenicichla species that do not exceed 12 to 14 centimeters, which is 4 3/4 to 5.5 inches in length, have been placed in the Wallacei group. The group is categorized not only by their small size, but also by the fact that the females usually possess ringed eye-like black dots on their dorsal fins. These cichlids inhabit the waters of South America, which, depending on the species, can be still or rapidly flowing. Although the dwarf pikes are small in size, keep in mind they are territorial fish that become quite aggressive during the mating season, and the males of some species have rather large territories. There is also significant intraspecific aggression among these cichlids. One way to limit aggression between specimens is to only keep 1 or 2 mated pairs from one species. These fish can be kept with earth eaters, catfish, larger cichlids, and you can keep them with other dwarf cichlids, but make sure they are too large for the Crenicichla to eat. Let me expand on that. You definitely don't want to keep dwarf pike cichlids with Maniguense, Parachromis, Amphilophus, or any of those aggressive, boisterous Central American cichlids. You don't want to keep them with boisterous South American cichlids either, like red terrors or green terrors, because they will probably out-dominate your dwarf pike and eventually kill them. When they're talking about large cichlids, they're talking about large South American peaceful cichlids, like waru, like sebrum, like chocolate cichlid, like festivum, and maybe an Oscar. I probably would not put the really dwarf pikes with an Oscar. I would go with one of those gold flake pikes. They would do great with an Oscar or a belly crawler. So that is information on the dwarf pike cichlid. My favorite dwarf pike is the Regani Pike cichlid. I had one with a group of cories for a while that I was looking after for a friend. They are a very cool pike cichlid. All right, and that is all the information on pike cichlids that I have for you. If you have any questions on pike cichlids, please go ahead and post them in the comments, and I will answer your questions. Now it's my favorite part of the show. It's time for photos and videos of pike cichlids. But first, we're going to get to photos of different pike cichlids. The first photo I'm going to show you is of my Crenicichla 7-eye. This was my 7-eye pike cichlid that I had last year that I gave to my buddy Berto from Garcia Aquatics. Check out this amazing Crenicichla 7-eye. Very beautiful pike. As you can see, it's called the gold flake pike because it has gold coloration, a gold flake-like ring by the back of its head, and a very, very cool pike. Really, really amazing fish. Now, earlier in the show, I talked about having a Crenicichla cinta, or a green tiger pike, back in 2012. Here is said pike. Here is my Crenicichla cinta that I had in 2012. I bought him from a local importer who imports fish from South America, and I got him for $50 at about 8.5 inches. So he was pretty much full grown when I got him, and I had him for a year and a half before I lost him in a winter storm. That's the bad thing about living in places like Massachusetts. You get a winter storm and you lose some of your favorite fish. And like I said, I spent years trying to find another Crenicichla cinta. Maybe I'll wait another 10 years, but hopefully I'll get my hands on a Crenicichla cinta. Now I've got photos of pikes that I found online and from Facebook from other fish keepers. Here is a gorgeous orange Singu pike cichlid. This one looks like it's showing stress colors, but it still is a very beautiful fish. It looks like this pike got fed because its belly is well-rounded. Very healthy-looking pike. Here is a Crenicichla zebrina pike cichlid. Very beautiful pike. I love this pike. This is a very gorgeous pike. I believe this is a type of the Saxtilis family or the gold flake family. It's a very beautiful pike that was caught in South America. Here is another pike cichlid that I am not familiar with. Like I said earlier in the show, there are 93 species of Crenicichla pike cichlids, so I'm sure there are plenty of species that I am not familiar with. And these are red Atabapo pike cichlids. The red Atabapo pikes are very cool and very gorgeous looking, but they can be very aggressive. Another aggressive pike is this one right here, the lenticulata pike or the spotted pike. Very, very aggressive but beautiful pike. And finally, we have another Venezuelan or Atabapo pike cichlid. Very, very cool. Those are some gorgeous pike cichlids. Very, very beautiful. And now, it's time for me to quit talking and show pike cichlids. I'm going to show you right now a video of pike cichlids in their natural habitat, and then I'm going to show you some videos of pike cichlids from the aquarium hobby. So this first video was filmed by Project Piaba, and it shows a species of pike swimming next to leporinus in the wild. Check it out.
Let's take a look at these cool fish filmed at Mockery Creek by Katie Hausman. These are some sort of leporinus. I have a few guesses which one. And these fish with the red are Crenicichla johanna, a really cool pike cichlid that have a pretty widespread range across South America and can vary a lot in the way that they look depending on where they're from and also their mood. These ones are likely in breeding mode, judging by the bright colors and territorial pacing that they're doing. As you can see, this part of Mockery Creek is a different kind of habitat than the flooded forest that we've been showing you for a while. The water here is fast and has lots of silt and suspended sediments, which makes it hard to take videos of fish without washing down river or kicking up sediment. The water here was also much cooler than the flooded forest, in the 70s, compared to the 80s at Daraqua. These are some species of leporinus. Again, I have my guess, but with 84 described species that I don't know very well or have great photos for, it would just be a guess, so let's just call them cool fish. It's important to note that this area supports a large variety of aquarium fish, and their gentle capture provides sustainable livelihoods.
God, I wholeheartedly support Project Piaba. We are actually going to have a very special episode of Life in the Amazon dedicated to Project Piaba. That'll probably be our 50th episode of Life in the Amazon. But that was a video of wild Johanna pike cichlids in their natural environment. Now we have another video of pike cichlids, but this video is of them in the aquarium hobby. Those were some gorgeous looking pikes. Here is our next pike cichlid video before we take our quick intermission. Those were some cool Geophagus brassinilis. But the red pikes in that video were very, very stunning, and they were very, very gorgeous pike cichlids. All right, Life in the Amazon is going to go ahead and take a quick intermission, which is being brought to us by our supporters, Oasis Aquatics, which right now has a couple of different Crenicichla species available. They have the orange Zingu pikes available, and they have the lenticulata pike cichlids. So if you're looking to add a pike cichlid to your aquarium, go to Oasis Aquatics, NJ.com. I'll likely be getting a pike cichlid from them for my 10-year YouTube anniversary. Our intermission is also brought to us by Little Egypt Aquarium Club, which sells quality aquarium supplies, and a fish keeping book that was published by a young author. And also during this intermission, you're going to hear about an awesome Facebook fish keeping group, and you're going to hear about some special episodes and special live streams coming to my YouTube channel. So don't miss all those special live streams. When I come back, I have 6 more amazing Crenicichla pike videos to share with you. We'll be right back right after a word from our supporters and after some amazing show announcements.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
Little Egypt Aquarium Club is a proud supporter of Alex CARDINALE and Aquatic Wetline. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is an aquarium club in Red Bud, Illinois, but it's also an online tropical fish supplies website. On the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you'll find tropical fish food such as repashy and flakes. You'll also find medications and breeding supplies and even live angel fish. Everything and anything you may need for your freshwater aquarium can be found at Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Orders over $200 get free shipping. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is giving a 10% discount by using the code ALEX. Remember, save 10% by using coupon code ALEX. Little Egypt Aquarium Club, my Shopify. Come.
Do you have kids who want to get a fish tank? Do your kids want to enter the aquarium hobby? The aquarium hobby is very relaxing and rewarding, but it can be quite the undertaking for a first-time hobbyist. Luckily, there is one young man who was once in your shoes. He decided to research and learn about the aquarium hobby, and used his experiences to write and publish a book for future kids entering the aquarium hobby. Introducing Fish Keeping for Kids, written and published by Brian Conway. Everything you need to know about the aquarium hobby in one book. Fish Keeping for Kids is a guide to keeping fish and other aquatic creatures. It uses easy-to-read language and images to help the information be easily understood. While it was written especially for kids 8 years old and up, it is a good guide for people of any age. This book covers all the basics and some intermediate-level topics to help someone get started and learn more about caring for fish and other aquatic animals. What do you get from Fish Keeping for Kids? Friendly. It was written by a kid for kids. Simple. Written in easy-to-understand language for kids and adults. Informative. Full of charts, graphs, and diagrams to make it easy to follow along with. Complete. All of the things someone should know when they start fish keeping. For more information and to purchase a copy of Fish Keeping for Kids, please visit www.fishkeepingforkids.com. That's fishkeepingforkids.com.
Brian Lamé and Aqua Alex are proud to invite all the tropical fish keepers to check out and join our Facebook fish keeping group called Just One More Fish. This group is a laid-back, drama-free fish keeping group that has fish keepers of all ages and experiences. Every and any fish keeper is welcome to join the group, ask questions, and show off their fish. On Just One More Fish, there is no such thing as a stupid question. If you ever need help with anything aquarium or fish related, please feel free to ask a question and trust that you will get help from more experienced hobbyists. While the group may be titled Just One More Fish, we absolutely love aquatic amphibians and reptiles too. Many fish keepers often keep reptiles too, so feel free to share your reptile knowledge. One thing that sets our group apart from others is the fact that we encourage YouTube fish keepers known as fish tubers to promote their fish keeping video content. Every Thursday we allow fish tubers and every fish keeper to post YouTube fish keeping videos and fish videos. So what are you waiting for? Join the fun today and be sure to tell the group you found out about Just One More Fish on Aquatic Wetline. To join the group, either search for Just One More Fish on Facebook or type this link into your search bar www.facebook.com/groups/JOMF/. See you there. Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale returns this Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Kick off February the right way with the first Saturday Live of February. The animal of the week will be one of South America's apex feline predators, the jaguar. Learn all about the jaguar. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish is a fish capable of spitting water to catch insects. Learn about the infamous archer fish. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be a catfish capable of generating electricity. Learn about the African electric catfish. Find out which two teams will play in Super Bowl 58. Chef Alex will have Valentine's recipes and a diabetic-friendly recipe. Alex will discuss things to do for Valentine's Day and things to do for leap year. Sergeant Slaughter has facts on Krispy Kreme Donut Shop. All that and more, including Karens of the Week and funny videos. Live this Saturday, February 3rd, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale and Instagram AlexCardinale93. Are you ready for Super Sunday? Are you ready for NFL Super Bowl 58? AFC champions Kansas City Chiefs will battle the NFC champions San Francisco 49ers for the right to be the best NFL team this season and to be Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl 58 takes place on Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Super Bowl will air at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific on CBS. Just 2 hours before the big game, Alex Cardinale will be hosting his third annual Super Bowl pre-show. Live Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Come join Alex for the NFL Super Bowl 58 pre-show. Join Alex Cardinale as he gets you ready for the big game. Plan for the Super Bowl 58 pre-show. Detailed look at how Kansas City and San Francisco got to the Super Bowl. Keys to victory for each team. Special guest appearances, who will pick a winner. Info about Kansas City and San Francisco. And more. Live Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. It all begins again. You are invited to celebrate 10 years of Alex Cardinale on YouTube. Alex Cardinale created this YouTube channel on March 6, 2014. At the very beginning, this channel was dedicated to tropical fish and aquariums. As the years progressed, this channel has incorporated WWE, cooking and baking, crime discussion, and even a Saturday talk show. Now, 10 years later, I am growing bigger and better on YouTube. I now have well over 1,000 videos, well over 16,000 subscribers, and well over 200 million views. For 10 years straight, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this YouTube channel. Through the good and the bad, one thing has always remained true. Alex Cardinale will always be on YouTube. No one or nothing can stop me from creating my quality content, and no one can stop all my success. From 2014 to 2024, I've persevered through the hard times and celebrated all the good times. I'm very thankful for my loyal audience. Now on March 6th and March 7th, 2024, it all begins again. It's a new beginning. Let's celebrate a decade of dominance, a decade of perseverance, a decade of the unexpected, a decade of greatness, and of course a decade of being legendary. The 10-year YouTube anniversary will be a 2-night extravaganza beginning Wednesday, March 6, 2024, and concluding at the end of the show on Thursday, March 7, 2024. Both shows will begin promptly at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and will air live on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. It will be a stupendous event, and you are all invited to be there. The 10-year YouTube anniversary extravaganza begins Wednesday, March 6, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Night 1 of the 10-year YouTube anniversary has a stupendous lineup. There will be a very special, mystery surprise guest who will be revealed during the show. Loyal viewer and personal friend Jeremy Stelhern will be another guest joining the fun. Chef Alex is celebrating a decade of being on YouTube in style. Chef Alex will whip out the KitchenAid stand mixer and preheat the oven, because he will be making cannoli sandwich cookies and red velvet cheesecake. Aqua Alex will also be in attendance, and he will discuss something fishy and may even get new fish and have a surprise in store for the audience. Alex will have a surprise vlog-style video at a cool location. It could be a zoo, it could be an amusement park, it could be a casino. It will be revealed during the show. Surprise appearances. Who will make an appearance this year? Detective Alex will discuss the Springfield, Massachusetts strangler Alfred Gaynor. All that and more. Live Wednesday, March 6, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. The stupendous 10-year anniversary party continues on Night 2, live Thursday, March 7, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Another stupendous lineup in store to conclude the 10-year anniversary. Aquatic wetline supporter and Oasis Aquatics owner Tom McGuire will be one of our special guests. What will he discuss? Will he bring a special fish keeping gift for all the fish keepers watching? Hint, there may be an Oasis Aquatics discount. Business mentor, podcaster, and personal friend Catherine Jones will be another guest to join the party. Catherine has known Alex since 2013 and has been with him throughout this incredible journey. Aqua Alex will do an Oasis Aquatics unboxing and have some other fish surprises. Chef Alex celebrates 10 years in style once again by showing you how to make a cheap man's version of veal parmigiana using beef. Chef Alex will also show you how to make a chocolate cake with peanut butter frosting. There will be another surprise vlog at a surprise mystery location. Who will make special appearances? Will it be a legend like Mick Foley or Kurt Angle from years past? Detective Alex Cardinale will discuss a shooting that happened at a Lake Worth, Florida high school. All that and more. Live Thursday, March 7, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Be part of history and have fun.
History takes place in just 5 weeks. In 5 weeks, we will celebrate our 10-year YouTube anniversary here on my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale. Anywho, welcome back to Life in the Amazon. Tonight we are talking about Crenicichla Pike Cichlids. And before we had our intermission, I gave you some information on Crenicichla Pike Cichlids. I talked about the most popular aquarium species of Crenicichla, which include the orange zingu, the zebrina, the gold flake pikes, and the dwarf pike cichlids. And we saw some photos and videos of the Crenicichla pike cichlid. To conclude the show, now I have 6 more amazing Crenicichla pike cichlid videos to show you. So let's get right back into our pike cichlid videos. Those were some gorgeous gold flake pikes. Now let's check out our next pike video, which is of a beautiful Crenicichla lenticulata. Check it out. And now we're going to see a video of some orange pike cichlids.
晚风中闪过几帧从前啊，飞驰中旋转，已不见我那。远光中走来你一身晴朗，身旁那么多人。
Very, very cool orange pike cichlids, and that was a very beautiful severum in the background. That was a gorgeous Sabrina pike shoal and some gorgeous geophagus. And yes, you can train your pikes to eat pellets. Some of them will eat pellets. And we have one final pike cichlid video to show. Those were a species of dwarf pike cichlid. The dwarf pikes are absolutely beautiful. And that is this episode of Life in the Amazon. I hope you enjoyed learning and seeing the different Crenicichla pike cichlids. There are over 90 species of Crenicichla pike cichlids out there. It's been a blast to discuss the Crenicichla family with you and share information on the pike cichlid. I certainly hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, smash that like button. And if this is one of your first videos you're seeing of mine, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale, for more fish keeping videos and other aquarium live streams such as Aquatic Wetline, Life in Africa, and Ask Aqua Alex Live. Now, if you want to see any of our 40 previous episodes of Life in the Amazon, where I talk about a variety of things from green anacondas to electric eels to piranhas to jaguars. Go to my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale, and go to my playlist and go to Life in the Amazon, hosted by Aqua Alex, and you can watch any of our 40 previous episodes of Life in the Amazon. With that being said, I do want to thank you for watching today's episode of Life in the Amazon, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the Crenicichla Pike Cichlids. On episode 42, we're going to talk about another big South American cichlid species. They're often known as earth eaters. Earth eaters, aka geophagus. On the next episode of Life in the Amazon, we will talk about geophagus earth eaters here on my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale. With that being said, have a great rest of your evening or day, and thank you for watching Life in the Amazon, episode 41. I'm your host, Aqua Alex Cardinale, wishing you all a pleasant adieu.
The Real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned something new. Please take a moment to hit the like button. Please hit the share button and share today's video on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. If you are not yet subscribed, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel. Simply hit the subscribe button and then ding the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live next or upload a new video. Please like our Facebook page, The Real Alex Cardinale, for exclusive news and updates on live streams and exciting videos. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.